As the Formula One Championship is about to resume following its first 3-week-long summer break of the 2025 season, operations at Ferrari's headquarters in Maranello continue at full speed without any interruption. The departments of the historic Italian racing team are already working intensively in preparation for what is expected to be the most radical and comprehensive regulatory overhaul that the sport has witnessed in over 10 years. The upcoming 2026 technical regulations, which will completely transform the chassis design, power unit architecture, and aerodynamic philosophies of the cars, represent a monumental and unprecedented challenge for all 10 teams competing on the grid. The Ferrari engineers and technicians are determined to ensure that it is fully prepared to face this historic transition. The virtual development of the Ferrari 2026 project is already in motion. Even though several months still separate the teams from the first official preseason testing sessions on track, the staff at Ferrari's main facility located in Maranello are already engaged in a full-scale mobilization. From the engine development teams to the aerodynamicists, and including the race engineers and strategic departments, every single division of the Scuderia is actively contributing to the creation of the 2026 single-seater, a Formula One car that, for the time being, exists exclusively in virtual form. The physical version of the car has not yet been constructed, but it is already taking form in the digital world through advanced lines of code, computational fluid dynamics simulations, and detailed simulator sessions involving both the technical staff and the two Ferrari race drivers, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. The current phase of work is fully focused on the conceptual design and validation of the overall technical direction. Every single component and detail of the car is being examined with the utmost care and technical scrutiny in order to conform precisely to the new regulatory package mandated by the FIA. These new rules will radically alter the overall dimensions and technical balance of the Formula One cars, leading to significantly shorter and lighter machines, with a weight reduction estimated to be around 30 kilograms, and introducing a completely revised distribution of power between the electric motor and the traditional internal combustion engine. In Maranello, Ferrari has created a dedicated working group for what is internally known as the 678 project. This operational structure involves approximately 1,500 engineers, technicians, and support staff. The open-plan development facility reserved for this initiative is abuzz with intense activity, as technical data streams continuously across large screens and advanced 3D models evolve in real time, hour after hour. In parallel, the continuous updates to the 2026 rulebook are forcing Ferrari's technical teams not only to rethink the internal mechanical architecture of the car, but also to reimagine the overall layout and packaging of the future vehicle. It is a highly delicate exercise aimed at striking the right balance between maximizing aerodynamic and mechanical performance while also ensuring long-term reliability and operational efficiency. The upcoming Formula One regulatory cycle, scheduled to come into force starting from the 2026 season, will introduce profound and far-reaching structural and engine-related innovations that will require every single team to undertake a complete and revolutionary design approach. The stated objective of the FIA is to create a more environmentally sustainable version of Formula One, while at the same time preserving, and possibly even enhancing, the performance levels and the competitive nature of the sport. To achieve this, the FIA has mandated the introduction of fully sustainable fuels and a comprehensive rethinking of the entire hybrid power unit system. From a powertrain perspective, one of the major changes will be a significant increase in the contribution of electrical energy. The proportion will rise from the current 20% to a full 50%. In addition, the MGU-H, which currently recovers energy from exhaust gases, will be completely removed from the system. Its former role will now be handled by a much more powerful MGU-K, which will see its output rise dramatically from around 160 horsepower to a figure exceeding 450 horsepower. This significant transformation will alter the overall energy balance of the car and introduce new uncertainties related to thermal management, energy harvesting, and the total efficiency of the vehicle across an entire race distance. All of this is taking place while the teams still have to actively manage the ongoing championship, a demanding dual task that requires both strategic foresight and a smart allocation of human and technical resources. At Ferrari, While the dream of winning the Constructors' Championship this year has become increasingly unrealistic, with the team now trailing McLaren by over 200 points at the halfway mark of the season, the Maranello-based team has already shifted its primary development focus toward the 2026 campaign and its new regulatory framework. That being said, Ferrari still plans to introduce a new rear suspension system during the next race weekend, the Belgian Grand Prix at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps circuit, as we have discussed in the previous videos. This component was tested last week at the Mugello circuit in Tuscany, and initial feedback from internal sources suggests that the upgrade delivered promising results. In the technical departments, the development of the 2025 Formula One car continues with ongoing disassembly, analysis, and updates for the remaining races of the current season. Nevertheless, it is clear that the focus of Ferrari's top technical leadership, including engineers, aerodynamicists, and project managers, has already decisively turned toward the year 2026. Given the scale of the changes, this strategic shift could not have happened any other way. Fred Vasseur, who has held the position of team principal at Ferrari since the beginning of the 2023 Formula One season, has made no secret of his intentions. He has explicitly stated that the bulk of the team's current efforts are now directed toward preparing for the upcoming technical cycle, which will begin in 2026. According to the French manager, the real battle for success is no longer confined to the present moment. It is a long-term endeavor that must be carefully cultivated starting now. The same strategy is being adopted by many of Ferrari's direct competitors on the grid, including teams such as Red Bull and Mercedes, despite the fact that Fred Vasseur did not directly name any rivals in his remarks. The hope at Maranello is that this far-reaching Formula One revolution, both in terms of regulations and technology, will offer Ferrari a genuine and concrete opportunity to end the title drought that has persisted for nearly 2 decades. In fact, it has been 18 years since Ferrari last secured the Constructors' Championship title, and 19 years have passed since the last Drivers' Championship win. That triumph was achieved by Kimi Räikkönen back in the 2007 season. The team is not hiding its ambitions, but it remains grounded in reality. Until the first track tests of the 2026 prototype begin, all performance projections and assumptions must remain cautious. There is no room for arrogance, but there is also no hiding the fact that the target is clear and unmistakable. Ferrari and Fred Vasseur are therefore on the verge of finalizing a new agreement that would see the French engineer continue as team principal of the Maranello team through the 2026 season. After months of speculation and uncertainty surrounding his position, the Italian team appears to have opted for continuity and long-term planning during a crucial phase of transformation for the sport. The news was reported by Italian media outlet Autosprint. Despite a challenging 2025 season so far, characterized by underwhelming race performances, inconsistent results, and only a few podium finishes, Ferrari seems intent on maintaining stability at the helm rather than opting for another leadership overhaul. By choosing to reaffirm their trust in the Frenchman, Ferrari is making a deliberate move toward consistency in a sport where leadership turnover can often derail progress. Fred Vasseur is already speaking and operating as if his leadership for the 2026 season is assured. He is firmly at the center of Ferrari's technical and sporting vision for the future. Summarizing the mission ahead with 4 simple yet powerful words, the French team principal made the team's ambitions clear. I'm here to win.